All right, hey everybody, we are going to do this experiment today. We are investigating mechanical energy. Remember, mechanical energy is the combination of kinetic energy and potential energy in an object. So the big question we're answering is, how does a marble's mechanical energy change as its release height on a ramp changes? So we want to know if the mechanical energy increases or decreases depending on how high or low we release the marble from. So I have our experiment set up behind us. On the front page, you'll see that it has a little chart with 3 rows. We're going to do 3 different trials, and that is because we just want to get some accurate data. So as much as we try to control all the variables, there sometimes are some differences in the data because even just the way that I release the marble could affect the results. So we're going to do multiple trials so that we can get a better idea of the results. So the first time, I'm going to drop the marble from the height of 3 books. It's going to roll down the ramp and hopefully push this cup. I have a ruler taped down to measure how far it's able to push the cup. Obviously, if it pushes the cup farther, then we can make the conclusion that it used more energy, therefore more force was able to push the cup farther. So let's see what happens. Trial 1. Okay, oops, kind of rolled. But I believe it was about at 4.5 inches. So where it says distance cup moved, it does say centimeters, doesn't it? We're going to change that to inches since I have the inch ruler marked down here. So let's do 4.5 inches right here. Now under motion of marble, you could write smooth, bumpy, slow, fast. To me, it looked like it just moved smoothly and not very fast. It was like a slower speed down the ramp. All right, let's do trial number 2. Okay, here we go. All right, that time it pushed it all the way to 5. Now it could be that I missed the first time before the cup started rolling and it actually pushed to 5 that time as well. But this time I definitely saw 5 inches. So we'll put 5 inches for the second trial. All right, let's go ahead and try it for our third trial. The cup didn't roll this time. It stopped at exactly 5 inches. So I'm going to conclude that the cup moved 5 inches pretty much every single time. The first time, it might have been the fact that I didn't see it in time before it started rolling. All right, now we're going to go ahead and change the height of our ramp. But before we do, I want you to answer the bottom question. It says, how far will the cup move when you release the marble from the new height? So I'm going to increase the height. So I want you to write down a prediction of what you think is going to happen. Do you think it's going to push the marble farther or not as far? Do you think the marble will go faster or slower? Go ahead and write your prediction as I increase the height. There we go. Okay. Just take this down. Looks good. Okay. All right, here we've increased the height by quite a bit. Go ahead and flip over your page and you'll see another chart where we're going to write trial 1, trial 2, and trial 3. So we're going to do this experiment 3 times so we can get the most accurate results. All right. All right, here we go. I can turn this so you can see a little bit better. There. Trial 1. The marble just obliterated the cup. It didn't even stay in the cup. I'm not sure what we can write down for that one. We might just have to do another one. I also lost the marble. Somewhere rolling around our classroom. Okay, let's try this again. I'm trying to watch this cup real carefully. Need like a slow motion playback. Goodness, that was fast. Okay. Oops. Lost the marble again, but I saw that one. Push the cup to about 8 inches. So let's write down 8 inches. We're gonna do 2 more tries. All right, second trial. This cup to stay. Here we go. Here we go. About 8 inches again. And last trial. Ugh, it's not gonna stay. Here we go. Woo! That one I think went to 9 inches. Let's write down 9 inches for that one. Okay, as you can see, the marble moved a lot quicker with the higher height. Okay, so what your job is next is to go ahead and answer questions 2 and 3. Question 2 says, how did the height of the tube affect how far the marble pushed the cup? So you want to relate those two. You could say something like, when the height got higher, the marble pushed the cup farther or not as far. Something like that. You have to relate the two parts. The last one says, analyze your data. Use evidence to infer the relationship between the release height of the marble and its energy of motion. So if a marble has a higher energy of motion, do you think that it would push the cup farther or not as far? Do you think that an marble will have a higher energy of motion if it gets released from a higher point or a lower point? I want you to talk about those things in number 3, okay? Oh, and don't forget number 1 under the chart. Did what happened support your prediction, okay? This has no wrong answer because it's based on your prediction. All right, good luck.